Good morning, I'm Maurice and I've got another food for thought for you. I want to ask you a simple question. Are you a pilgrim as a believer? Let me read what Peter says, 1 Peter 2 verse 11. Dearly beloved, I beseech you. That means he's on his knees, he's pleading with you, I beseech you, as strangers and pilgrims, abstain from fleshly lusts which war against the soul. You know, if you're not living as a pilgrim and an alien, then you're looking for a city and treasures on this earth. But faith sees beyond this life and its pleasures and its treasures, and it looks for a heavenly city and a heavenly country. Let me read what Paul says about the witnesses of faith in Hebrews. Hebrews 11 verse 13. These, and he gives the examples, the names, these all died in faith, not having received the promises, but having seen them afar off and were persuaded of them, and embraced them and confessed that they were strangers and pilgrims on the earth. So these, what we call heroes of faith, witnesses of faith, they're not heroes, they're witnessing for or against us at the judgment seat. But they counted themselves. So if you're a man of faith, if you're a woman of faith, you've got to count yourself and confess that you're a stranger and pilgrim on the earth. That's challenging. I'll carry on reading. For they that say such things declare plainly that they seek a country. And truly, if they'd been mindful of that country whence they came out, they might have had an opportunity to return. But now they desire a better country. They're looking for a different country. That is a heavenly. So they're looking for a heavenly country. They're looking for eternity, or the millennium. Wherefore God is not ashamed to be called their God, for he hath prepared for them a city. What city is that? What city did God prepare? It must be New Jerusalem that God's preparing. Well, New Jerusalem is the bride of Christ. Let me read it. Revelation 21 verse 2. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared for a bride adorned for her husband. These are for the people of faith who call themselves pilgrims and aliens. And this won't happen by chance. There's multitudes, there's millions who have eternal salvation, but I believe the bride's a remnant, because the majority will never pay the cost. There's a cost to reigning with Christ, to being the bride. They that suffer with Christ will also reign. We enter the kingdom through much tribulation. So the bride has to make herself ready. The Bible clearly says that in Revelation, and the wife has made herself ready. Well, most believers know they already have salvation for faith, by faith, so they're living for this life. And they're not preparing themselves to be the bride, because the bride has to be without spot and wrinkle. If you're living for this life, you can't be the bride. You're not an alien and a pilgrim. You're not a person of faith. So let me challenge you to think serious about all this and examine your lifestyle and see if you're living for this life or you're living the life of a pilgrim or an alien, and the focus is on treasures in heaven and to be the bride of Christ. Well, it's a short vlog, but have a blessed day. Live as a pilgrim and keep thinking.